Blessed ones of the nations of the world, one more time, thus is your brother Dan Moses, or say your Sakodi of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with a continuation of our exposés, Testimony, New World, Disorder. Before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Inganjoni, Benvindo. You are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, Tusanyu Senyor, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mengalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o Sanu, Dezua, Enkwangehena, Mitas, Duburo, Pezalovat, Bine Vinit, Barigalos, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, Velkommen, Estan, Hozot, Walang, Anuman, Bienvenido, Namaste, Swagitam, Kush, Hamadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Huangyong Haminida, Huangying, Nyejeko, Animime, Nyejeko, Wezolo, Novio, Mia Wezo, Akwaba to the program. Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder is a program through which you get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world. These types of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world, and yet for almost 2 decades now, in worship of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent Daniel Jezebel Babylon Caesar, my former spouse. They have dealt with humanity by willful lies, deception, and delusion, and that brought America, Ghana, and the nations of the world to this global helplessness, with Ghana and America being the centers for the global evil pursuit. The government of Nana Addo Mahmoud Bawumia, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, these in cahoot with traitors within the office of the UN Secretary General are pursuing ulterior agenda of seeking to take over your soul, my soul, the souls of the entire human race. That is what they are doing to us, for which reason they are diverting our attention with all global unthinkable unfoldings. You must understand that your soul is more precious than anything else. Therefore, you must make up your mind never to allow the soul takers, soul thieves, to take ownership of your soul and lead you to damnation in hellfire after all the evils being visited on the human race here on earth. Christ Jesus is my Lord, and I gladly commend him to you. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. This is expose part 21, taking back our franchise and our nation. Expose part 21 being recorded on the 22nd of October 2024, and we continue to admonish you to watch the exposés chronological from expose part 1, 2, 3 down the lane. This is expose part 21, recorded against the day 23rd of October 2024. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. It is well. We shall understand the moment of silence later. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. Humanity and the nations of the world. You see, as far back as 2011, the heinous crimes of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent have gotten before the FBI headquarters, the CIA headquarters, the U.S. House of Congress, the Supreme Court, Office of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the U.S., gotten before the United Nations as far back as 2009. UN High Commission for Human Rights as far back as 2009. However, diplomatic traitors within the office of the Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, in cahoot with the Obama Biden administration, with traitors in Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the terror network of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his co-traitors in Ghana, with total disregard for the justice system of the US, the laws of the US, the courts of the US, international law, put the extremely dangerous US undercover agent above every law, human. And the laws of justice. And they allowed the extremely dangerous US undercover agent to tear down the US courts and the justice system with impunity to everything that is called law. America and the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program, testimony. So you have to understand that the medical terrorism upon medical terrorism, the abuse of her own innocent children, torture and terrorizing of her own children for her protection, the abduction of her children, the buying of the minds of court staffs to engage in willful crimes, the use of judges of court to commit crimes in court under cameras, were all at the time when her heinous crimes have officially reached the CIA headquarters, FBI headquarters, the US House of Congress, the Office of the Supreme Court Judges of the US, the United Nations, UN High Commission for. So imagine the kind of harm that these traitors against Ghana and against America did to America and to humanity. America, in the year 2013, when they have taken over the Rockville court to disregard the court and the law, Barack Obama and Joe Biden, their administration, took over the court to let the judge, Catherine D. Savage, and the extremely dangerous US undercover agent, upon all the racism and hatred and crime that they were committing in court, they have to shamelessly commit religious hatred, hate crime against the African people openly in court. Guess what? They make the extremely dangerous US undercover agent pursue openly the hate crime agenda by the Biden administration, traitors within the office of the US Secretary General, the extremely the religious lunatic and fanatics agenda that the African people are the pale horse and the black horse according to the book of Revelations, and we ought to be killed, and every evidence to the killing must be wiped out. In pursuit of that agenda, shamelessly, the judge was sitting on a bench, and they made the undercover agent falsely accuse me openly before the judge that I, Osei Sarkodie, because of her hatred for my innocent child, Grace Ohima Sarkodie, the hatred by traitors within the United Nations, Barack Obama and his administration for my innocent child, Grace Ohima Sarkodie, because of the birth defect that she suffered, they had to let her accuse me in court falsely that knowing that I'm an African and I am proud of it. They have to let her tell the judge before they tell the judge that I am the Antichrist that the Bible talk about. America, can you hear that? Did you hear that? Yes. This religious hatred happened plainly in court. That was why I had to stand up when I needed to stand up and tell the judge plainly, I will not accept what is going on in this court of yours. If you pass what you are using the court to do, I will not comply with it. I will exit the nation and not comply with it. America, Akwaba to the program, testimony, New World Disorder. Traitors within the United Nations, the Office of the Secretary General, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, bonded with traitors in Ghana of the Akufo-Addo's tribalistic lineage, to destroy your nation, all because of hatred for one African, or say Yansakodi, with gross disregard for your court and your justice system. America and the nations of the world. According to the program Testimony New World Disorder. In the year 2018, officially, the crimes of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent went before the U.S. Justice Department. When Mr. Matthew Whitaker was the acting Attorney General of the U.S. in the month of November 2018. America, because no law applies to the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent, when she is exposed, the traitors within the office of the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, Barack Obama, all of them, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, and all the traitors against Ghana, nation wreckers, against traitors against America, traitors against Ghana, they are exposed. So guess what they did? Within a matter of 1 month, when the case reached the office of the Attorney General of the U.S., the U.S. Justice Department, the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Mahamudu Bawumia with the worshippers of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent in America within the office of the U.S. Secretary General, they colluded and murdered my Reverend Dr. David Nabemado. Under 1 month, within 1 month of the case going officially to the U.S. Justice Department. Where is the place of law? Every knee on earth, they were bringing down in worship of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent. If you want to know who she is, go to Revelation chapter 17. And you know what they are using her to do to the human race. America and the nations of the world acquire to the program Testimony New World Disorder. In 2023, Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of the United Nations, knowing that he has the blood of Ghanaians on his hands, the blood of innocent on the nations of the world on his hands, together with Ban Ki-moon, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Osla Owusu, Kenda Pa, Dampare, Opon Kroma, and all the tribalists and traitors in Ghana. They have the blood of Ghanaians on their hands. They took over the South Korean company called Avenue Exxon, belonging to racist of South Korea, some racist of South Korea, George Kim, Mr. Kim, Mrs. Kim, Avenue Exxon, Gettysburg, Maryland. The office of the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres. The Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, who was charged by Ban Ki-moon, the racist, to continue the same path of damnation, doom, which he, Ban Ki-moon, set the foot of the United Nations towards by with his 10 years of tenure. So Antonio Guterres was doing the ugly bit of Ban Ki-moon with the racist South Korean company to willfully use the company, terrorize, persecute me, hate crime upon hate crime, racism upon racism, to cover up the crimes of traitors within the office of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, because they have the blood of His Excellency His Excellency Dr. Busumuru Kofi Annan on their hands, and they must cover it up. America, at the point, it became clear to me when I have had reliable inside information that the South Korean racist, Ban Ki-moon's racist counterparts of Avenue Exxon, were going to let their crime lead to the murder of my brother Samuel Sarkodie, because they have orchestrated to get my income, rob me for the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. If I will not yield, then the next thing they shall do is to murder my brother for me not yielding. I picked the phone in US. That was in July of 2023. I called Ghana. I wanted to talk to my brother on his phone. They had blocked the phone of my brother. So I called my brother's so-called wife. And I told him I want to talk to my brother. I told her I want to talk to my brother. She said my brother is not around. So, okay. I'm giving you a very